welcome back to our YouTube channel, Diary TV. Of course, I remain your humble host, Divine Favor, Eguavoen. Yes, today we're diving into a story that's got the football world buzzing. It's about identity, ambition, and a young defender making waves across continents. I'm talking about Osaze Urhoghide, the FC Dallas star who's just pledged allegiance to Nigerian Super Eagles, turning down powerhouse nations like England and the Netherlands. This isn't just a career move, it's a statement. Why did he choose Nigeria? What does this mean for the Super Eagles, and how will fans react? Well, buckle up because we are breaking it all down in this deep dive. If you love football, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and let's get into it. Yes, well, Osaze Urhoghide's decision is more than a headline, it's a journey. Let's dive back in why he made this choice. Yes, up next, why Nigeria, the factors behind Urhoghide's decision. Yes, guys, picture this. You're a 24-year-old defender born in the Netherlands, raised in England, and playing in the MLS with FC Dallas. You've got options, 3 nations knocking on your door: England, the Netherlands, and of course Nigeria. Each offers prestige, but only one feels like home. For Osaze Urhoghide, that home is Nigeria. So what tipped the scales? First, let's talk heritage. Urhoghide's Nigerian roots run deep. His parents hail from Nigeria, and that cultural connection isn't just a footnote, it's a heartbeat. Growing up, he likely heard stories of Nigerian footballing glory, the 1994 World Cup, the Olympic gold in '96, and the Super Eagles flair. That pride resonates especially when you're eligible for other nations but feel a pull towards your ancestral homeland. Then there's opportunity. England's 3 Lions are stacked with defenders like John Stones, Harry Maguire, and emerging stars. The Netherlands 2 boast giants like Virgil van Dijk and Matthijs de Ligt. Breaking into these squads is like climbing Everest. Nigeria, on the other hand, is hungry for defensive talent, with veterans like William Troost-Ekong nearing the twilight of their careers and Semi Ajayi battling injuries. The Super Eagles need fresh blood. Urhoghide saw a chance to shine, not just play. Yes, now time he played a role too. The Nigerian Football Federation has been on a mission to recruit diaspora talent. Think Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, and now Urhoghide. Their outreach likely included personal conversations promising, of course, of a key role and a vision for World Cup glory. Compare that to England or the Netherlands, where he might have been a bench warmer. Nigerian offered a stage, and Urhoghide grabbed it. What does this say about his priorities? It's about legacy over confidence. Yes, he's not chasing the easiest part, he's choosing meanings, impact, and a chance to represent a nation of 200 million passionate fans. That courage and conviction. Yes, of course, up next is impact on the Super Eagles' dynamics and performances. Now let's talk about what Urhoghide brings to the Super Eagles. Nigeria's national team is at a crossroads. They're fraught in their 2026 World Cup qualifying group, trailing South Africa, Rwanda, and Benin. Recent matches like the 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe exposed defensive fatalities. Enter Osaze Urhoghide, a 6'2" powerhouse who's been turning heads in the MLS. Urhoghide's style is tailor-made for Nigeria's needs. He's strong, quick, and reads the game like a veteran. At FC Dallas, he's been a rock, shutting down attackers and starting plays from the back. For the Super Eagles, it could be the perfect partner for Calvin Bassey, the Fulham defender who's been a standout. Together, they could form a young, dynamic centre-back duo, bringing stability to a backline that's been shaky. But it's not just about tactics. Urhoghide's arrival could shift the team's mentality. Nigerian squad is packed with, of course, attacking flair. Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Samuel Chukwueze defenses has been their Achilles heels. A confident, vocal defender like Urhoghide could rally the troops, especially under new coach Eric Chelle, who's desperate for results. His MLS experience facing diverse playing styles means he's adaptable, ready for physicality of the African qualifiers or the finals of international tournaments. In upcoming matches like the crucial World Cup qualifiers against South Africa, Urhoghide could be a game changer. Now imagine him neutralizing South Africa, Pure Star, or Zimbabwe speedy wingers. Of course, his presence might free up Nigerians attackers to take risks, knowing the backline is secure, but intrigating him won't be instant. Chelle will need to balance Urhoghide's enthusiasm with the squad existing hierarchy. Will veterans like Troost-Ekong embrace him? That's the question. Long-term, Urhoghide could anchor Nigerian defense for a decade. At 24, he's got time to grow into a leader if he gels with the squad. The Super Eagles could soar again, reclaiming their status as African giants. Yes, up next is, of course, expectations, roles, and the Super Eagles strategy. So what's the plan for Urhoghide in the Super Eagles? Expectations are sky high, but let's ground them in reality. Nigerians fans and coaches aren't just looking for a squad player, they want a defensive cornerstone. Urhoghide's role will likely center of course on strengthening the central defense, a weak spot in recent campaigns. Coach Eric Chelle, the first non-Nigerian African to lead the Super Eagles, favors a high-pressing compact system. Urhoghide's feet still lack a glove. His athleticism allows him to step up and intercept while his passing can launch counter-attacks. Feeding stars like Osimhen expect him to start as a centre-back, possibly in a back four alongside Basi with Olaino and Bruno Onyemaechi as fullbacks. This setup would let Nigerian play aggressively, knowing Urhoghide can mop up threats. But it's not just about starting XI. Urhoghide's versatility, he can play right back or even as a defensive midfielder, gives Chelle options. In tight matches, he might shift to a back three, providing extra cover. His set-piece prowess, honed at Celtic, could also add the goal-scoring threat, something Nigerian defense rarely offers. The bigger picture, of course, Urhoghide is part of Nigeria's youth movement, with Osimhen, Lookman and Basi. The Super Eagles are building the squad for the 2026 World Cup and beyond. Urhoghide's job is to be glue, holding the defense together while the attackers dazzle if he delivers. It could be a fan favorite by the next African Cup of Nations. Still, expectations come with pressure. Nigerians fans demand wins, and Urhoghide will need to prove he is not just a diaspora rescue, but a warrior for the green and white. His early performances will set the tone. Yes. Now up next, of course, is fan and pundit reception in Nigeria, England, and the Netherlands. How will the world react to Urhoghide's decision? Now let's start with Nigeria. Super Eagles fans are electric, some of the most passionate in the world. They will likely welcome Urhoghide with open arms, especially given the team's defensive struggles. Social media is already buzzing with posts celebrating his commitment to the fatherland, but Nigerian fans are also demanding. If Urhoghide stumbles in early matches, expect critics. They'll want him to prove his loyalty on the pitch, not just in words. In England, the reaction might be muted. Urhoghide wasn't a Gareth Southgate, rather, so Three Lions fans will lose sleep. Pundit might not even nod respectfully, acknowledging his talent, but nothing England depth. Some might even question if he will have cracked the squad eventually, given his Celtic pedigree. Still, it's a footnote in England's football narrative. The Netherlands, where Urhoghide was born, might feel a slight thing. Dutch fans love their home ground talent, and losing the player to Nigeria could spark debate about integration and, of course, identity. Pundits there might argue he would, of course, have been a long shot for the Orange, but clubs like Ajax or PSV, where he trained in youth academies, might see it as a missed opportunity. Expect some what-if discourses on Dutch's podcast. Across all three nations, Urhoghide's choice highlights a broader trend. Diaspora players choosing African nations for pride and opportunity. It's a story that resonates, and his journey will be watched closely. Yes, up next, of course, is benefit, challenges, and adaptation. Finally, let's explore the road ahead for Urhoghide. Choosing Nigeria comes with massive benefits. First, he's got a clear path to international caps, something that starts him with England or the Netherlands. Playing for the Super Eagles means global exposure, especially if Nigeria qualifies for the 2026 World Cup. His profile could skyrocket, attracting European clubs. Plus, there's the emotional reward representing his heritage, inspiring young Nigerians and etching his name in Super Eagles history. But challenges looms. Adapting to Nigeria's playing style, fast, physical, and sometimes chaotic, would test him. The MLS is intense, but African qualifiers with their hostile crowds and tricky pitches are another beast. He'll also face cultural adjustment, bonding with teammates, navigating Nigerian passionate football ecosystem, and handling media scrutiny. Language might be a hurdle, though his Nigerian roots likely give him a head start. Then there's the pressure. Nigerian fans expect results, and Urhoghide will be under a microscope. If the team flatters, diaspora players often face extra criticism. He will need mental toughness to thrive. How will he adapt? Urhoghide's shown resilience from Celtic high-stakes environment to the MLS brand. His prior training with Nigeria's under-19 team suggests he's comfortable with step up. Leaning on teammates like Basi, also switch legends will help. If he embraces the challenge, learning, communicating, and of course delivering, it could become a Super Eagle mainstay. And there you have it, folks. The story of Osaze Urhoghide's bold choice to soar with the Super Eagles. His decision reflects pride, ambition, and a hunger to make history for Nigeria. He is a spark of hope in a turbulent World Cup campaign. For fans, it's a symbol of what's possible when talent meets heart. Whether he becomes a legend or faces growing pains, one thing's clear: Urhoghide's journey is just beginning and we'll be watching every step. What do you think, fams? Will Urhoghide transform Nigeria's defense? Drop your thoughts in the comment, like this video, and share it with your football crew. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out our other videos on the Super Eagles and global football stories. Until next time, of course, keep loving the football, of course, the beautiful game. So we'll come your way next time. Of course, we remain Diary TV.